Yeah, I'm gonna cut it right on the drop. Hey everyone, what is going on? We're back with some sweet HGC open action tonight. We are currently following Hearth as they take on Team Numerics in the next round of the HGC Open. This will be our last game of the night. It's almost midnight for me, and I've got to wake up at about, I don't know, 5:30 in the morning. So, but thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate everyone who's watching, and we've got we've got a game on Infernal Shrines. Now, I'm not too familiar with Team Numerics, but we'll do the standard meta slavery, I guess. Expecting what kind of picks and bans we'll see on this map, and we're no wasted time here. We're going straight into the draft.
Yeah, Hearth has been waiting a little bit here. They finished up their series about, I want to say 20, 30 minutes ago.
About.
But yeah, they're ripe and ready to get back into this here on Infernal Shrines. Focus going to be, I imagine, on AoE heroes. So a lot of heroes that do that AoE damage. Sonya, the like of Vala, stuff like that is probably going to be high priority picks as we go forward, as well as global heroes perform pretty well. Likes of Dahaka and Falsehead, even though we don't see him as much, I think still has a place in certain compositions, especially on larger maps like Infernal Shrines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I expect some kind of global ban. The Dahaka, as you mentioned, Falstead would probably be a really solid ban here as well. But right now, everything I've seen tonight, they're favoring. Okay, I was gonna say favoring like healer bans at the start, but we see Team Numerics ban out that Dahaka, followed by the Tassadar ban. Tassadar is definitely a menace on this map.
Yeah, the Sonic Storm, the ability to slow down the heroes with this basic attack, and the shield on those heroes that have that AoE that can get in and do the damage to the objective, like Sonya and stuff like that. Ariel going to be the first pickup here for Team TNC, I believe.
I believe Ariel's been either first picked or first banned every game we've casted tonight, which is about what you'd expect right now.
Yeah, in this meta, it's interesting how things have shifted from other supports in favor of Ariel. It's not really been Ariel's toolkit necessarily that's been the, I guess, problem, but more like the hero she supports being the issue. Is Uther and Anubrak get picked up as well.
Deja vu right now.
Oh man, yeah, we've seen this draft before, I feel like.
You know what I really want to see, and it's wishful thinking on my part, and it probably won't happen. I want to see Kerrigan come out. I want to see my redheaded goddess come out.
Yeah, Kerrigan on this map especially gets some serious value.
But you know what I'm probably gonna get instead? The redheaded barbarian princess Sonya.
Sonya, yeah, definitely has a pretty high rate of being picked on this battleground, but other warriors that they could pick up as well. Stitches has seen a lot of play tonight, and I think just a lot of play in all levels of Heroes of the Storm, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it picked up in this kind of phase of the draft to make sure you have that toolkit on your side. As we go down to 2.
Oh my God. What just happened?
We've seen this before.
I've played into this before, but this is Hearth. These are professional players at various points throughout their career. If I see a Stitches Gorge, if I see a Gorge Stitches, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because that's a very effective way to counter a Cho'Gall post 10.
Yeah, what about Tychus? Do you think they pick up Tychus here or another
They've got their
kind of auto attack hero?
they've got their healer, in Uther, so it's very possible that they could just straight up go damage the rest of the way, or some other means of controlling Cho'Gall. It's a shame that he's not. Garrosh isn't available because you just throw Cho'Gall over the wall and he's going to eat just so much damage, you know?
Yeah. And they are going to go with the Ban of the Fall set here. I feel like this is less about lane soak and more about getting rid of Gust.
Yeah.
Because Gust will let Cho'Gall just get away with absolute garbage.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The next ban is going to be on the side of TNC, and they imagine they're just going to pick something that they don't want to play against and less kind of meta bans going forward here. I'm trying to think of good single target damage dealers that would be problematic. Maybe a Vala, possibly Sonya as well. Getting picked off here, but they have a lot of options to pick from, so I'm curious to see what they do end up deciding with as the time gets down pretty low here, as they're really, really thinking about this. And I can't blame them. Cho'Gall, it has to have the right comp to work, and you really got to get these bans right.
Yeah. Abathur gets banned instead, so I mean, nice solid ban. It eliminates any like double DPS shenanigans. You definitely wouldn't want to see a double Kerrigan on shrines. That would just be an insane amount of control between the Kerrigan combos.
I think we might see a gray main Tyrael here, because I'm not super huge about. Okay, it's gonna be gray main Genji actually. Genji able to get into the backline, harass, and get out very easily. So I do like these picks. Gray main, obviously with the poke, able to help with the objectives as well. Mm-hmm. But what do you think of this Genji pick up against Cho'Gall? This is not something I've seen before.
No, it's not something I've really seen before either. It kind of shows Hearth is pretty confident in fighting into this Cho'Gall pick, and really these next two picks are gonna kind of determine what kind of playstyle we're gonna see out of Team Numerics here. So I'd really like to see some extra damage backing them up, but the problem with me and Cho'Gall is I really don't know how to play with Cho'Gall. Like, we always joke around about playing with it, and then we're like, okay, what do we pair with, Cho'Gall past the healer? So
yeah, once you get past that, okay. Oh wow, they are going double support here, which I find quite surprising.
I feel like you kind of need it with the Cho'Gall. They're gonna have that disengage on the Genji with the Brightwing. That was really smart, and then followed by additional lockdown coming from the Zul, and then that's gonna really allow Cho'Gall to just go to town on whoever is unfortunate enough to be caught out of position, be it the Greymane, be it the Genji. Even Uther has to run up here. So a possibility could have been, instead of the Zul, go Medivh. A Medivh shield on Cho'Gall would be just invaluable, really. And plus with the portals and everything would help Cho'Gall get out of some really nasty situations that he might find himself in. But I
think you're worried a little bit about damage, and that's why you picked up Zul, because he can put on the damage there, and I think
he definitely
we'll see Poison Nova as well as Emerald Wind from the Brightwing, like you said, pushing away the Genji as he dives in. It's going to be Ragnaros. So you were right. It's 3 damage dealers in a row from Hearth. And yeah, they're going to have a good amount of damage and lockdown. We're going to see that Sulfurious Smash, and if Cho'Gall gets caught in that, there's plenty of damage options on the side of Heroes Earth to follow up and secure that kill. I am slightly worried about the solo Numeric, but against this comp, it might just work.
Now, are you sure that Numeric's going to be solo laning? Because
no,
I
don't think he's going to be solo lane, but he's the solo tank on the side of Heroes Earth, which is what I'm concerned with.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, this is Ishbu's got his work cut out for him here, but we're getting ready to head into the game just now.
Yeah, we're heading into game number 1 between Heroes Hearth and Team Numerics. On the left side, we do have Heroes Hearth, BBJ playing the support on that Uther, Ishbu playing the Nubrek, Arthalon playing Genji, McIntyre on Ragnaros, and Crowan playing the Greymane.
And on the side of Team Numerics, we've got Caesar Salad on the Ariel, Quasnar on the Brightwing, Flyest Raven on the Zool, and Vin and Fast Vin on the Cho'Gall.
And Vin on the Gall part of that combo. But we do see Heroes Hearth, they're going with a strong top lane push, and they might be able to get some damage on this top lane already to start things off. We do see the other team rotating down, kind of not sure where they're going. They're going to get a tower up top, though. Azul is coming to respond, at least, along with Brightwing, and they are going to get pushed back. Cho'Gall is well rotating up.
Yeah, finds the Angry Bug and a whole bunch of damage and control onto the Anubarak. Takes about 70% of his hit points. Almost dies. Gets punched in the butt by the Cho'Gall, and Anubarak goes down. That's what he did.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he did. Ragnaros does have to back off a little bit. McIntyre a little bit far forward. Might still get caught as he was backing away, but is able to get into the safety of that wall. We are going to see both teams, though, picking up their talents here, and nothing too out of the ordinary from what I am seeing. Brightwing definitely going for a much more global presence than other level 1 talents. And look at how aggressive this Cho'Gall is being, completely disrupting the Anubarak and the Ragnaros from their rotations here.
Oh, that was a nice stun. They might have been able to follow that with maybe another Shadow Bolt or something. Could have possibly followed that up for a kill, but Team Numerics looking very strong right now in the team fight portion of things, but just the superior soap coming out of Heroes Hearth is going to lead them to get their 4 talents first here eventually. And Nubarak still soaking that middle lane. Ragnaros just being a constant pest in this bottom lane against the Brightwing. Brightwing staying down here to help his team soak up to...
Zul's going to get taken out in this middle lane, though, as the rotation does come down and finish him off. So it's a good kill here by Heroes Hearth. Cho'Gall still up in this top lane, just the only one on this objective, and this kind of just favors Heroes Hearth because they're up 2 levels right now. They're getting soak out of multiple lanes, and I don't think they're too worried about this first Punisher.
No, the first Punisher, they've got both. You see, they got their front wall up, and really, there's not much to worry about out of this first Punisher. It's a pretty smart decision to sacrifice this Punisher, and get that early level lead. They're halfway to 7 already, and really, this is just very solid decision making on the side of Heroes Hearth.
Yeah, the nice thing what Arthalon is doing, he's literally just trying to get as much of his quest done on the Cho'Gall there. He's just not going to be killing him anytime soon, but he's just bunching up on this quest. There are already 12 stacks on that Shuriken Mastery. They do finish off the objective here, and Mortar Punisher is going to be pushing this top lane. Genji, you need to get back unless you want to get jumped on. That might be the end of Genji here.
Yep, and there's the kill. The Punisher punching him in the back of the head, saying, "What are you doing?" Ishbu coming up to help out with this push. McIntyre pops the Molten Core onto the key, onto the fort right there, and Punisher not going to get a whole lot of value, predictably so. Gets the front keep, and that's really about it.
Yeah, and that's why you take Ragnaros on this battleground in particular. Zul is taking quite a bit of damage in this bottom lane, but the turnaround is going to be on the Zul, and he is taken out. So really nice job of Heroes Hearth splitting their team up and getting as much value through that Punisher phase. But yeah, like we were saying, Ragnaros, that's why you pick him up. You're able to get up that Molten Core and really minimize the value of these Punishers, especially early on.
Yeah, we see some come out finally on the side of Numerics Gaming, bursting light from Ariel, double trouble from Cho'Gall, cleanse from the Brightwing, and still 2 mystery talents up in the air for Zool and Gall.
Yeah, now that I see the cleanse, I'm understanding the Brightwing pick a little bit more. That really enables Cho'Gall to get out of dodge, to save, especially for Sulfurious Smash and stuff like that. It's way less scary to deal with when you have the ability to cleanse it out. So it'll be interesting to see what these games post heroics, what these fights end up being like, as they do pick up their camp here on the safe side and continue trying to push out these lanes. Is Heroes Hearth is doing a really good job of keeping the pressure up on all 3 lanes. Oh no, Zool is in huge trouble. Arthlon just has to dive a little bit further. Does actually dive back because of the return of Cho'Gall and Ariel into the top lane, or middle lane actually. But yeah, lots of action going on all across this map. A bunch of camps get taken as well in so this as we get another shrine phase starting up here in the middle lane.
We see Cho'Gall positioning to maybe start this shrine phase. Goes for the dash punch into consuming blaze, but doesn't really hit Genji in time. Crowan.
Gotta be careful though. The heroics are up here for Heroes Hearth, and they do pick up mostly the standard ones. Cursed Bullet gets so much value against Cho'Gall.
Yeah,
it's gonna be terrifying. Sulfurious Smash, Dragon Blade. The cocoon comes out onto Cho'Gall. Ariel just left to hide behind the tower there, and are they going to get the blow up here? The stun comes out, and the blow up is complete. There goes Cho'Gall. 2 kills in the favor of Heroes Hearth.
Not like this. And the problem with playing Cho'Gall is you have to get that early lead. You can't fall behind when you're Cho'Gall, otherwise he doesn't even come close to getting the value you need that double body to take. So this is already looking pretty dicey for TNC, as that Frozen Punisher comes out on the side of Heroes Hearth, and Crowan just chucking bottles of that good Gilnean liquor at everybody.
Yeah, the good thing though for our team Numerics here is they do have their heroics now. They've pulled the Punisher back into the keep area of this middle lane, and they're going to be able to get a ton of shots on that to help finish it off. But they are going to lose their top fort in the midst of all this. But they did get Brightwing Soak in the bottom lane as well, so they have that to kind of come back on. Crystal Aegis, the Skeletal Mages, Shadowbolt Volley, Hammer Twilight, and Emerald Wind. Nothing too out of the ordinary, or what we would expect from our team here. As Ishbu just continue to harass this camp push that they're trying to get here. They are going to get the camp, but Ishbu is just making sure they know that he's there.
Ooh, Genji going in on this Brightwing. Brightwing in a big pickle. The smash comes out, hits him, but doesn't get the stun, and Genji looks like he should. No, Ariel comes in with the heal. No, the Aegis onto the Brightwing doesn't really matter that much in the end, and Ragnaros grabs a keep and pops Molten Core just now for some additional value.
Cho'Gall's completely isolated here, but he is able to re-engage, and they are going to be able to pick off BBJ. No, they're not able to pick off anyone and lose Cho'Gall in the midst of this, and this is going to be a big push coming into this bottom lane. Heroes Hearth is a little bit hurt, but they're going to actually back off. I thought they might push this a little further, but it is still fairly early in the game. The cooldown or the death timers are not that long, and that top lane is getting pushed out pretty hard by the Shaman camp. So Arthlon going to go up there and clean it up.
Yeah, and right now we see Ragnaros was just an insane amount of siege damage. Just so much value with that Molten Core and everything that he just does. He's sitting at almost 100k siege damage. McIntyre really showing how he knows how to utilize Ragnaros' pushing skill to its maximum effect.
More camps picked up on the side of Heroes Hearth. They are going in on the top lane. They are going to get the Azul potentially here as they do bring Ragnaros and Genji up there, but not able to secure the kill. They blew the Sulfurious Smash on that. And they're getting
coming around themselves.
They're going to focus on the Rag. And here we go. McIntyre is going to drop, and that's going to be bad news for Heroes Hearth a little bit. But in the midst of all this, PBJ and Kron, they've just been cleaning up this bottom shrine. They're going to be able to get this uncontested pretty much. Yeah. One Gilnean cocktail is all it takes.
Cho'Gall should watch his positioning right there so he doesn't accidentally give it to him. They're doing a great job of zoning out Heroes Hearth just now. BBJ has to pop the Divine Shield in order to save himself from dying. And
I'm surprised it doesn't just Q one of these here and just finish this off. I guess they're going to let him get back into this a little bit, which is an interesting way of doing things. But, there we go. Finally, it does go in the favor of Heroes Hearth, and they're going to engage on this, but Numerics just not able to catch the Cho'Gall as they continue pushing this bottom lane.
But he could catch himself a Fairy Dragon instead. And decides better against it, throws the beetles out, throws a stun out, and here comes an Arcane Punisher.
Yeah, the Arcane Punisher in the middle lane, or the bottom lane, and oh wow, so much damage coming out. The Aegis does connect. The ice block as well, and Brightwing still not enough to save him. Crowan has to back out with such a small amount of life. McIntyre rejoined the fight after having the Molten Core in that middle lane to push back Zul and the rest of the defenders.
They want to go back in though. They've still got this Arcane Punisher, and with its laser light show everywhere, they might try to go for it, but no, they decide to back off. The Punisher's too low.
Zul is going to get taken out by Genji, potentially? No, he does get shielded away, able to use that level 1 talent to escape, and they're going to continue engaging again. Cho'Gall takes a ton of damage, gets stunned out. The heal from Ariel is going to be enough to get them to walk away, though.
Yeah, and that was a good disengage also out of the Brightwing pop, phase shifting in to give Cho'Gall that giant shield. And then immediately Emerald winding to push everybody away. But Heroes Hearth ends up taking that siege camp away from Team Numerics. And really, Heroes Hearth just looking incredibly strong at the moment with how aggressively they're playing into this Cho'Gall comp.
Yeah, they are so far ahead right now. But props, though, to Team Numerics. That was definitely a point where they could have very easily lost the game, but they kept their wits about them. Were able to focus and continue pushing back against Heroes Hearth. They have a steep hill to climb here, but it starts with just soaking lanes as best as possible right now. And they are on their way to 16 and matching talents, but they can't afford to have an engagement out in the open like this by their siege camp.
No, definitely not. They do need to play pretty conservatively, in my opinion. And getting caught by Numerics is not the way to do it. Here comes a Cursed Bullet's definitely going to be coming out here real soon. There it is, just chops off all that HP onto the Cho'Gall. Just a disgusting amount of damage. So much value right there.
Yeah, and it stops the split push here. Oh, so many stuns going out on the Cho'Gall. Is able to dash away for now. Oh, the heal is there for Oriel, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive? He is able to top the well. Here comes out the heroics from Cho'Gall, but he is able to get taken down. And now the full engage continues forward. Brightwing taken out along with Cho'Gall. And we do have Zul getting focused on down in the middle as well, and Ariel just gets completely focused down. This is going to be a keep. This could potentially be game. The health bars are a little low on Heroes Hearth, and Cho'Gall is up in 15 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to go for it, and I don't really blame them. And then we see the GG come out from TNC just now. They kind of admit there's nothing they can do to really stop this in time. The Molten Core gets popped, the Manner sprays come out, and that's going to be a very, very quick game one out of the side of Team Heroes
Hearth.
Yeah, 1-0 already. So, whoo! That was I was worried about how they would counter the choke all, and then I completely brain farted on Cursed Bullet. When you're able
Yeah,
to just chop off, what is it, 40% of a target's HP?
it's something
35%. It's
gross
30.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
35.
absolutely just nasty. So, and with all the stuns, you saw Greymane there at the end, talent into Executioner, and that's just Cho'Gall can't keep up with that with again with his consuming blades. It's just not enough healing on his end. Even with the Ariel, as we saw, she just couldn't keep him alive long enough for him
Yeah,
to.
and that executioner is going to stay on for a long time because you have the Sulfuria Smash, you follow that up with an Numerics Sun, you follow that up with Uther Well Met. It's a disaster for Cho'Gall.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're waiting on game two to which should be coming here relatively shortly.
Ragnaros's siege damage in a 14-minute game, 142,000 siege damage.
How did he average 100,000 siege damage? Or I'm sorry, 100,000. I can't.
10,000.
Yeah, 10k a minute. That's absolutely insane.
To be fair, on the other side, Zool had 99,000, so there was a lot of pushing on both sides
Well,
of the game.
you expect that out of Azul, though.
Mhm.
You for that much siege damage to come out of Ragnaros is honestly shocking to me. I don't see that often. So, just once again, thank you for watching, everybody. Tonight we are Nexus Commentaries. I am Zexorus. This is my good friend DJ Tyrant. Let me fix your camera, cause you're looking kind of angry right there in the.
Oh no.
So, but
I'm not angry. I'm happy to be casting these games. They're fun.
these are absolutely fun games. We are also. We also have another one, a Balrog fan who is in chat. He usually joins me for Thursday nights on for some chair league action. So, just waiting for the invite from BBJ, and we'll get in here. We'll get this game 2 going.
Yeah, I'm excited to see game 2 and what they try to do to go toe to toe with Heroes Hearth, just because Heroes Hearth has been completely dominant this entire night and not dropping a beat at all.
Yeah, no, they have just been crisp with their game plan every game. It's really fun to watch. I mean, can we really call them an amateur team? Is it really fair?
Yes, but no at the same time. Oh man, they're according to Gosu Gamers, they're 7th in North America as far as rank. I don't know if
that means they're above some HGC teams.
I don't know if that's what that means, but
well, I feel
it's
like
pretty fun.
if Heroes Hearth makes it into the Crucible matches, I have a sinking feeling for Even in Death. I'll feel bad for them because they're not winning that.
Oh my god! Oh, Balrog fan just posted a clip from my camera twitching out. That was good. That was good. Oh man,
we are ready for game 2. We're gonna be on Towers of Doom. I'm excited. I don't get to cast a whole lot of Towers of Doom. Let's get into the game. So, Towers of Doom, a different kind of map. I've got to watch that later. Balrog fan, you got to link that to me.
All right, Towers of Doom. Specialists see a lot of play on this map. Stitches is probably going to come out in some form or another, either a ban or a pick. Not a first round ban, I imagine, but maybe a second round if teams decide to go that deep into the draft without Stitches, just because there's a lot of good spots to pull enemies into.
Yeah, very much so. This is also a map where I feel Chromie sees a high rate of being picked just because of how long she can delay something. One of these towers. just by sniping people. And it's really annoying. You think you almost got that tower, and then boom, you get blasted in the face with the dragon's breath. So we'll see what Team Numerics here decides to ban out first. And we see the Dahaka ban. Really, solid ban right there. I like it.
Yeah, and Ariel being hovered here as well, and I do not blame them for getting rid of that support hero. Can be very troublesome, and we've talked about it all night about the strength she brings and the ability to bring other heroes online that wouldn't necessarily be as successful without the toolkit that she enables.
Definitely, and we see Heroes Hearth hovering over that Ariel ban, and really nice decision right there. Ariel is such a strong pickup. Like, I'm surprised. She's probably the #1 most contested hero right now, if I'm honest. You always see her either being picked or banned, just in the 1-2 slot.
Yeah, and who this allows players to pick up though now is Tassadar, and I'd be curious to see if we'll actually see him get picked up by either team here. We haven't seen him picked at all. We've seen him banned quite a bit, but even in the games that he's not been banned out, he hasn't been picked up, and that's a very, very early Abathur pick, and I'm concerned about an Abathur pick that early on.
Yeah, I'm concerned about that early of an Abathur pick as well.
Here comes a Genji pick, by the way.
Yeah, here comes a Medivh Genji right out the gate. That's tipping too much of your hand too quickly. Because you have to you draft around Abathur, and then you pick everybody else first, and then you drop the Abathur on their head. But this is the first pick. Abathur's got me feeling kind of nervous for TNC right now.
Yeah, potentially Greymane and Genji getting picked up here, I feel like, by Heroes Hearth. But it's going to be Uther or Numerics, so kind of the standard they've been going with. We've seen this opening from them in the drafts earlier tonight, and it's a very solid opening. It doesn't telegraph too much, and both heroes are really in the top part of the meta right now.
Yeah, this combo's definitely taken Heroes Hearth incredibly far so far, and really why pick something else when you know it's working?
And there we go with the Stitches. Does get picked up by TNC.
Now, important thing about the Stitches, it does give TNC pork advantage, which means nothing. Because he's got that big old ham. He's got a pork advantage.
Ham there. It's important. It's important here. Greymane does get picked up.
Yeah, that's
what we're expecting to have paired up with the Abathur here.
Well, they've got the Greymane, so really that's all the pairing up you need to do at this point. But I'd like to see some follow-up to the Stitches instead. So we see the Medivh band, and that would be a really solid pick. A compliment to the Greymane, giving him that shielding and the portals to get in and out very quickly and not have to burn a disengage to get out. But yeah, Medivh, nice ban right there. We'll see what TNC decides to ban in the second phase right here. I love what chat's suggesting. They're suggesting all manner of nonsense right now, and I love it.
Where is there a Rexar in there? I'd love to see a Rexar here.
I'd love to see a Rexar too, but McIntyre's
Rexar.
He's not going to pick it. We see the Genji band.
That's a really good band. I actually really like that band. I was thinking Genji would be a good counter to Abathur and really just make him be scared to position himself anywhere out in front of towers, basically.
You know who else is a good counter to Abathur?
Who?
Zeratul.
That's true. Zeratul is someone we have not seen in a while in Heroes as far as competitive play, I feel like.
Very true. But this would be a really good spot to pick him in.
This could be the spot, and I would if you're gonna pick him, you pick him last in this position. As we get down to the last 15 seconds, for Heroes Hearth as they look to pick up their damage dealers. We do. Oh my goodness, are we getting a Tassadar?
I feel like
we getting a Tassadar?
I feel like Tassadar's coming up. No, we
Okay.
get a Cassia.
Okay, so Tassadar might be on the last pickup here, but we do have Illidan Cassia. Cassia just able to eat a lot of the damage that's going to come out from TNC, and Illidan just enabling you to dive in and put the damage in. But it's got to be someone who provides some sort of shielding, so either a Zarya or a Tassadar, and I feel like Tassadar is much more likely the pick than Zarya in this case.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just there. TNC really thinking about these last two picks right here. So we're gonna see what they go with, but they I feel like a specialist wouldn't hurt here. Oh God, what's his name? The witch doctor, Nazebo.
Nazebo, yeah.
I think Nazebo would be a good complement to the Stitches. And maybe they need a healer, so Malfurion would work, and Stukov works just as well. You hook him, you silence him, and then they have a really hard time getting away. And we're going to see what Heroes Hearth is going to pick up here at the end.
Yeah, Gul'dan's damage is very, very good. And the ability to use Horrify to isolate potentially a hero, most likely you want to pick off an Illidan here. Follow that up with the silence. He's not able to dash out and escape. So we'll have to see what is Heroes Hearth's last pick here. I still think it might be Tassadar, but
I wouldn't be shocked to
we've
see
seen some
Tassadar.
crazy picks.
I mean, he would be a really, really strong pickup with Oracle giving him that vision and the ability to just delay for days with psionic storms. No, we see the Chromie. I don't want to say I called it, but I talked about Chromie at the start of this this draft round, and
yeah,
she is.
She's definitely more powerful on these battlegrounds where players are forced to channel an objective. And you can kind of guess where they're positioning themselves. It's a really crazy kind of mind game going forward. But here we go into game number 2 on Towers of Doom between Heroes Hearth and TNC. Both drafts vastly different, but should make for a very exciting game number 2.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this game turns out. They have a lot of options on the side of TNC, so we'll see how this turns out for them. But obviously, Heroes Hearth, such an incredibly strong team with their players. They're all mechanically sound. You've seen their teamwork. They're on point. We're in the game. Let's introduce the teams.
Yeah, on the left side, we do have Heroes Hearth once again. BBJ playing Uther, Arthalon on Chromie, McIntyre playing Illidan, Crone on Cassia, and Ishbu on that Anubarak.
And on the side of TNC, we got Flyest Raven on the Greymane, Quasnar on the Abathur, Caesar Salad on the Stitches with that pork advantage. That's Vin on the Gul'dan, and I'm sorry, Caesar Salad was on the Stukov, and has the pork advantage.
There you go.
I'm not really gonna try to say that. Sorry, man.
On the side of
We're seeing the same thing.
Heroes Hearth, we're seeing Time Marker's Pursuit on Chromie. Not a huge surprise.
You think they would have learned their lesson last game? They kind of did. They respond a lot more quickly to this sudden tower push, and a new
Ishbu's in huge trouble. Is there a Gil'dan cocktail available? Apparently not, because that might have been able to finish him off, but he is able to escape with his life and really disrupt the beginning of this game.
Yeah, we see both teams just make a beeline for the mid lane, and Ishbu's still about half health. Might not be the safest route for him, but Stitch is coming into the back line right there. And we see that growing infestation doing some work from the Stukov right now, despite the recent nerf to it. I mean, it's a great way to clear out. Oh, Ishbu in a little bit of trouble.
Able to burrow away, and yeah, like you were saying, this is the second game we've seen Stukov, and the second time we've seen growing infestation picked up. Ooh, Arthalon sidestepping that hook from Stitches. Lots of damage though coming out onto a Numerics from the Gul'dan, and oh my goodness, that Crowan was able to finish off the Stitches. So first blood goes towards Hero's Hearth. Hero's Hearth.
Yeah. And that was a really nice turnaround from Hero's Hearth right there, being able to secure that kill onto the Stitches just now, as we already see BBJ and Crowan go after that first Sapper camp. Really good idea to get that early pressure on right now, and we're just watching the classic matchup between Greymane and Illidan in the top lane. Illidan seeming to have the easier time right here, using that immolation to full effect, really.
Oh my goodness, is Heroes Hearth going to be able to get this camp? They do, and they get a Stitches kill out of it as well. They might get a Gul'dan with Crowan, but no, isn't able to get two. But they get a kill, and they get the camp on the invade there, and they get one of the towers here. And Gul'dan does get taken out. It must have been Arthalon on the Chromie getting him, as Illidan's going to be able to channel the other tower here, as well as Flyus Raven for the side of TNC. So 36-32, kind of generally what we see in this first stage of the tower. So Stukov taking the Dragon's Breath to the face.
Let's note that interaction just now. Okay, so Stukov had those minions silenced, and they couldn't use their charge. Like those Sapper camp was right up against. Yeah. That's a nice heads up play on the side of Arthalon with that
Arthalon, buddy. That is the Arthalon we know and love very much. So we'll see now. They are up a level right now, and also that talent advantage for Chromie.
McIntyre goes down at the top, gets bursted down by the Greymane and the Abathur hat right there, but Greymane unable to stop that Sapper camp from coming in.
Yeah, it gets a little bit of damage onto the top tower, so no XP advantage for Heroes Hearth going forward. Let's see if TNC tries to invade this camp. I don't think they really can numbers-wise. They need Greymane to rotate down as well. They do get Chromie to back off a little bit, and Susan Salad taking a lot of damage. Level 7 now here for Heroes Hearth, and they could engage here. It looks like they're going to try to go on the Stitches at least to move them off, as the damage is coming in hot and heavy from Heroes Hearth.
Nice nibble onto the Cassia just now. Keeps Stitches at a nice HP pool. And we're going to see absolute chaos break out for this next shrine, as both teams had their level 7s up and going. It's something you don't see too often anymore. You see
the hook onto Chromie, almost able to secure the kill here. If the Gildan cocktail is able to go off, BBJ in a lot of trouble as well. Is it going to be enough? The Q from Gul'dan is able to finish him off, and this sets them up really well for this altar phase.
Yeah, that was a really solid team fight coming out on the side of TNC right there, taking advantage of the hook from Stitches, and it's going to let him get 4 shots on this core now. We see Greymane going in on the McIntyre again. McIntyre being cheeky with the sprays there at the end.
And the Gildan cocktail actually misses there. I was a little surprised.
Yeah, just short of the wall right there to get that little bit of damage. I don't think it would have hit Illidan anyways, but
no. We do see Chromie picking up her heroic. It is going to be the temporal loop. Not something we see all the time, but definitely a good focus to really try to target down an exact hero.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to either target down the Stukov, the Greymane, somebody like that, just to burst him down, get the healer out, make life a lot easier. Nice stun on it too with the Anubrak, with the Impale. Oh, see
Here
the combo
comes
out.
the combo. Put in a lot of damage on the Stukov, but he's able to survive here. And the battle for 10 is continuing as both teams are very even in XP currently, and we are seeing Vin on the Gul'dan. He did take the Echoed Corruption at 1, is about 12 away from finishing off that quest and really putting the damage onto that ability. And we do see heroics come on for Hero's Hearth. They are going onto the Stitches. They are continuing to engage. The Lightning Ball does come out from Cassia. The Cocoon goes out as well onto the Stukov to disable that healing for now, but it's not enough to secure a kill, and level 10s do come online for TNC.
Yeah, and we'll see what they grab for themselves. We see Flailing Swipe, Horrify, obviously, Go for the Throat, Ultimate Evolution, and Putrid Bile. Some nice zone control, in my opinion, on the side of TNC right now.
Arthlon getting focused on, though. The hook does come in. Are they able to kill? No, the heal from Uther, the Incendiary Elixir, is able to finish off the Chromie, and they're continuing to pressure, and that Putrid Bile from the Stitches just discourages Hero's Hearth from engaging there. And like you were saying, though, the heroics out from Hero's Hearth, Divine Shield, the Hunt is coming out for Illidan, so this should make for some fun engagements going forward.
Yeah, and really, they're doing a really great job of keeping Hero's Hearth on their toes this game. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Hero's Hearth kind of need to get their heads together and figure out what they need to do to combat this aggression coming out of TNC just now.
Yeah, and we had a 2-tower phase there, and teams just decided to trade them evenly there. 4 shots apiece. 28-28 core health right now. Very even game. 4 kills to 3 in favor of TNC currently, and a little bit of an XP advantage as well. Greymane going in on the Chromie up top, though. Illidan is here to back up. The Hunt comes in onto Greymane. Greymane taking a ton of damage, but is able to kill off the Chromie. Here comes the clone, though. Is it going to be enough to kill off McIntyre? It should be. And, oh my goodness, is he going to escape with just a fraction of life? I think he is. Holy. The Cocoon does come down onto the Gul'dan, but there's no ability to follow up there. So a 1-for-1 trade overall. And Illidan escaping by the skin of his teeth. Got the Ultimate Evolution to come out as well. And a great invade by TNC as they're able to pick up this Sapper Camp throughout that. That was a lot of action going on all at once all over the map.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous amount of action just going on. They'll be able to stuff this Sapper Camp. Should be pretty easily. BBJ coming out to halt his progress. Nice stun onto Stitches right there, and just Crowin just going nuts onto nice Flailing Swipe to stop the Fen damage from coming out. A little bit of a panic ultimate, and here comes the combo from Chromie, and Greymane absolutely just blown up right there.
Yeah, his HP was at like 70%, and then it was at 0. It was just completely gone. Oh, wow. Oh, Gul'dan gets deleted too, though.
Oh, Gul'dan just got Gul'dan.
Oh, man. Jeez Louise. Oh, the Hunt! The Hunt onto the Stitches. They are going to be able to finish off the Stitches. They're fighting under towers, though. This is a little bit scary for them. They're in the Putrid Bile as well. Arthlon does get taken out by the minions. But they get Stukov as well.
I mean, really, this is an incredibly positive trade for Hero's Hearth. It was a really good way for them to get back into this, reclaim that lead. And TNC just really didn't have much way to contest that sudden bout of aggression.
Yeah, and that's what Chromie enables you to do. Is just she has such a long range on all her abilities. Even if you don't necessarily talent into them, they're just the baseline range is just insane. And look at the Hero's Hearth is just able to bully them back here. And Crowan taking that Echo Corruption a little bit, but we're going to see them just continue to
McIntyre
pressure.
needs to be a little careful top. Here comes Greymane coming onto him. And Illidan goes for a ride to mid lane with the hunt just now. Nice defensive usage of the hunt right there. We're back to, oh, here comes the combo onto Vin. He eats a whole bunch of damage, but he's fine. The Putrid Bile from Stitch is doing an awful lot of work. Also ends up saving the Stukov right there. Ishbu took back towards the kill line, but not over it. Oh, good God. Dragon's Breath on a Stukov was about, I'd say 20%. We see Chromie's 11 and 15, Quantum Overdrive 15, and Timeout. So looking.
Do you see the 3 altars spawn here? And the ball. Lightning comes out. It's still bouncing and doing damage. They get the hook on the Crone, though. He does get the Divine Shield. He should be able to walk out of this safe and sound. They do eliminate the clone. We do see Illidan and Greymane in the top left fighting over this this altar. And oh my goodness, so much damage going on. The hunt doesn't save him. Not quite the defensive hunt he was looking for. Greymane going up to the top left. They're going to try to get this tower. 5 tower shots from the bottom. Go towards the side of TNC as they just barely get that fort in the bottom lane back. So this will be 4 shots coming out from Crowan. No, Crowan gets moved on. Greymane gets cocooned, which secures this turn-in.
Nice. Horrify to stop the combo coming from Chromie right there. Chromie has to pop time out in order, and now she's in a bad spot. She goes down. Crowan is also going to end up dying. Throws out the ball lightning, but that's not really going to matter that much. They did get the tower shots, though. And with 3 down, TNC decide this is the time to take the boss. Let's close this gap a little bit and get us closer.
Yeah, they'll get the 4 shots from the boss here, and then they should rotate up top here. They have a really good opportunity to get this fort. There's a big creep wave already pushing this lane. They are going to get the sappers in the meantime as well. The bottom lane sappers do get picked up by Heroes Hearth. So this bottom pressure is going to get cleaned up. Oh, Illidan's going hunting. Abathur knows what's up, though.
Yeah, really smart deep dig, I think it's called. Nobody ever knows what Abathur Z is called. But it looks like TNC is going to get this top 4, and they have a full level lead. McIntyre goes in with a hunt in the back line. The ball lightning comes out. Nice swipe from Illidan right there, but Illidan still goes down. Cassie with the Divine Shield at the moment. Vin needs to be a little careful. He could be in a bit of trouble, but he's under the tower.
BBJ goes down on the Uther, and Arthlon is still alive somehow with barely 100 HP. Stitches, they do eliminate Stitches. Flyest Raven still sticking around, is able to get the Abathur hat. But yeah, a lot of kills on both sides. A 3 for 2 in favor of TNC. They are going to lose this top fort, but not before they put the damage in and get the continue the 1 level lead.
All right, we're going to see how TNC or Heroes Hearth responds right now. And they're trying. Oh, Abathur with the cheeky hat right there. I don't think they're going to be able to hold it in time.
No, they aren't, but they are going to get the channel on this bottom altar. That's going to be 4 shots to get this really close, 16 to 15 right now. Although Ishbu was able to get the middle altar, and now it's 16 to 11. So still a very, very close game here on Towers of Doom.
Yeah. Despite being down a level, Heroes Hearth has maintained that core shot lead, and they're going really aggressive right now, going in for this aggressive sapper camp to force some extra pressure out from. But we see McIntyre going in just now onto Stitches, gets the Abathur hat, and McIntyre still going in, just getting all that extra armor just now. And that fort is just so close to death right now.
Yeah, that engagement was to try to help get the sappers in. All 3 did connect, but unfortunately just not enough to completely take out the HP of that fort in the bottom lane. We do see the Abathur clone continuing to pressure, but does expire. And this is going to be the moment that they engage as the hunt goes on to Stitches, but the wailing, the flail from the Stukov is, it's enough to help, but the combo is still there and eliminates him. And the cocoon is on the Gul'dan. That's where their damage is, and they eliminate that damage from being able to be used. And what a team fight for Heroes Hearth.
Yeah, that was absolutely the kind of team fight they wanted right there to, break that level gap. And Arthalon breaks that tower, that fort, keep, whatever you want to call it, with the Bronze Talons. And this is...
Oh, I like what Heroes Hearth is doing here. They're picking up the Stamper Camp before they rotate up to the altars. This is going to force TNC to respond to this bottom lane, but it makes for a very tough decision for the team on the defensive.
Yeah, and both teams now have 20. Oh, this is not good for the Stitches. Stitch is in a whole lot of trouble. He is now dead. You hate to see this kind of thing happen.
If they get both of these altars, this is potentially game with the Sappers pushing that bottom lane. Abathur is down there to try to contest against it. Here comes the combo onto Gul'dan. Is it going to be enough? No, the heal from Stukov, able to let him walk away. They're rotating down. They realize they have to give up both these altars. They cannot let one of these Sappers go through. The hunt on the Abathur. They are able to clear out all of the Sappers here, so they are going to live to see another day. But Cassia does actually get taken out in the mid lane, I believe it was. I missed that because I was watching so much of this going on. Burrow to get out from the Abathur clone here, just trying to do some poke damage to get that HP softened up. But one hit point left on the core for TNC.
Yeah, and I believe the next shrine phase is going to be a solo tower, so the boss is up. Are they going to go for it? Or are they just going to leave it alone?
Looks like they might be positioning themselves for it, although Abathur is putting those mines in really great positions to make sure that they know exactly what is happening. They have an eye on it at all times.
Yeah, I mean, we see a little bit of push come out on the side of Heroes Hearth just now, but here comes Flyest Raven on that Greymane, dismounts the Numerics. Stun onto 2 right there, really nice stun. BBJ in a lot of trouble right now. He's taking a whole lot of damage from the Putrid Bile right there. BBJ has to pop the Divine Shield. Nice Dragon's Breath coming out of the Crony, but the Stukov heal is just too much. Gets him back up to almost full. And if you look, Stukov right now sitting at 87k healing for his team. That is...
Yeah, that's what finishing that vigorous reuptake at 4 does for you. Increases the healing of the bio kill switch by 40%, which is so much this late in the game and absolutely key. So we'll see Storm Talents up for both teams. This fight is just going to be over onto this boss. I think this might be what determines if this game goes on any longer. The boss does get pulled. It's a little bit scary because the boss does quite a bit of damage. But now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, this is almost a no-win situation for TNC right here. If you go bot, you lose. If you go for boss, you lose.
Yeah, they're going to just try to engage here. Stitch is taking quite a bit of damage. Putrid Bile does come out. They get Uther. The redemption, I think, is available still, so they should have BBJ up very shortly here. Looks like the rotation is going down to the bottom altar. The time loop does come out onto the Gul'dan. Gul'dan does take a lot of damage. Is able to survive? No, but is able to get killed. The Abathur clone going in as well. Does get eliminated. Stitch is going to be going down. Does get the heal, though. But I think this is going to be game, though. There's just way too much damage that TNC is taking, even though it is a 4v4. The flail again saving the team. Oh, they get on the Crow and they put a lot of damage on. Can they eliminate him? They do. But are they going to lose Stitches in return? It looks like they're okay. No, Stitches does drop back entire drops as well. BBJ is in trouble. That Redemption is down. So that's going to be a huge cooldown loss. Oh, Nubarak is rotating down to try to take this altar. But is it enough? The Stukov and Greymane are going to be enough to dissuade a Nubarak from trying to win the game here.
Yeah, that was an incredible team fight right there from TNC. Just that Stitches just would not die, just getting so much heal from the Stukov right there, and they're gonna take their bottom tower back finally with the help of the Abathur hat. And we see that Numerics is just headed up top to push this lane out as hard as possible. However, the Abathur has something to say about that, just being really annoying with that hat and the slows that it's bringing out and everything. We both.
Oh, wow. TNT is posturing up here. There is a few seconds of time here. Illidan is going to be alive. He does have the hunt, and he does also have the nowhere to hide, so it doesn't matter where he's coming from. He should be hunting in, I imagine, very soon. No, they're just going to give it up. They do have the health on their core that they can do this, so I don't blame them. Oh, Ishbu does get hooked, is able to burrow away.
Well, this has been an incredible I almost don't want to say it's a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, Mama said knock you out. Hunt onto the Stitches right there, but the flailing swipe just pushes him away so well. This flailing swipe has seen so much value this game.
Yeah, I did take the controlled chaos at 20 as well, so it does have those 2 charges and only swings 1 time. So, but it does that maximum range swing. They do get their sapper camp in this bottom lane, and oh no, this is difficult for TNC. They have to defend against 2 of these altars, and it looks like they're going to start in the bottom lane. They can have the Abathur mines for that middle one to at least see if someone's rotating up there, but it's a very tall order for them still trying to win this. The Stitches does get the cocoon. They break him out. McIntyre is so low. Does get eliminated here by the gold, the gray main, and they got the channel.
They did. They Device shielded the Chromie there right at the end just so she could not be interrupted. Really smart play right there. From Heroes Hearth just to secure that victory. So that looked pretty dicey for them there at the end. TNC definitely took it to him, and congrats to Heroes Hearth for moving on in the tournament. That is actually going to wrap it up tonight for us. Make sure to follow all the casters who are doing the HGC, Arcane 8, Hero, Physio, us, of course. If you liked what you watched tonight, feel free, please hit that follow button. We greatly appreciate it. It lets you know when we come online, so you guys can come support us. Or if you don't like us and you think we suck, hit that follow button anyway, so you can come in and break the one rule this channel has, and it's don't be a wanker. So again, thank you everyone tonight. DJ, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at DJ Tyrant. I post everything I'm doing in the world of Heroes of the Storm there. And if you're interested, we also do a podcast on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific. I know some of you will be watching the HGC Open. That's okay. We do put up our shows on YouTube and on the RSS feed. So if you listen to audio only version, you can do that as well. That's at blizzpro.com. All the information is there for the Heroes Power, the Heroes of the Storm podcast I do with Zextrus and Balric Fan every week.
All right. And you can find me on my personal channel at twitch.tv/ZextrusHeroes, where ironically I don't really play that much Heroes. It's usually speedrunning and other assorted nonsense. Find me on Twitter at Zextrus. You can find the Nexus commentaries Twitter at it's on our overlay, I believe. Yeah, right there, right there. So, all right, again, thank you. Much love to everyone. We will see you Thursday night for some Chair League action. So, till then, much love and Kappa, everyone.